Mark Berger in here with Schwing America, and today we are looking at the S38 SXG. So the SXG is the lower standard feature machine. So that means it has S2000 pipeline instead of S3000. It has the 2023-5 pump kit with 110/75 diffs and the MROC valve. And this does not have the easy system, which is our one-sided outrigger support. Otherwise, it is exactly the same as the SX. So that is a 5-section, fully articulated roll and fold boom with 915 degrees of articulation, including 215 degrees on the 4th section and 230 degrees on the tip section. 122 feet of vertical reach, 107 feet of horizontal reach, and a 730 degree slewing range. This particular machine is mounted on the Kenworth T880, and it has a 90-gallon fuel tank. And of course, inside we have the SCC controller that allows you to switch between pumping and driving modes. Also, you can turn on your outrigger work lights, and you can raise or lower any installed pusher axles. Up front, we have 120 120-gallon hydraulic tank built into the subframe. And then of course we have a couple of side mounted toolboxes. So in our first toolbox, we've got a space to hang your radio remote. These are all the controls for the SCC. Below there, that is what we call our maintenance switch. So in the event of electrical failure, you can turn on the maintenance switch, and that will take power directly from the truck batteries. You just need to make sure your truck is running so you don't run the batteries dry. And then of course we have our driver's side outrigger controls. And then down below, outrigger pad storage, 24 by 24 by 24 toolbox. And then in the other toolbox, they have got the low and high pressure fitting kit. Moving down the machine, we have a ton of storage options on the outriggers and the fenders. So here we have a storage tray on the rear outrigger, and then there's also a storage box on the fender. So you want to work with your salesman to figure out which configuration works best for you. And then here, of course, we have our accumulator bypass option. So flipping this handle in the event of accumulator pump failure will then take pressure from the agitator circuit. Work light. And of course, again, this is the MROC valve. MROC hopper with aluminum fold down hood. With the SCC, of course, backup camera is standard. So there is the backup camera. Moving along, there you have your water box drain valve, water box fill, water supply, and then water tank drain. E-stop, agitated reverse direction button, and then your horn button. Above that, we have our operator control panel, concrete pump, and accumulator pressure. And again, now here we have a storage tray on top of the outrigger. And you can also get a storage tray here as well. Again, this customer opted for the rock valve auto greaser, so that is optional on the SXG machine. And here we have our 160-gallon plastic water tank. Moving forward, 2023-5 pump kit. So on piston side, that outputs 179 cubic yards an hour, 27 strokes per minute, 1100 PSI pressure on concrete. That's 9-inch material cylinders with a 79-inch stroke. So that nice long stroke equals less wear. Open loop hydraulics makes it nice and cool, and also takes less horsepower. Another thing this has is the water box drain, cold weather drain. So you can turn that off, and that'll prevent freezing in the water box drain line. And up top, there we have our hydraulically driven oil cooler filter combination. This machine also has the optional air cuff. So it is pre-plumbed with air, with an air line up there and a quick disconnect, so you can just do your hose cuff, and there of course is your work lights on the tip section. Moving down the passenger side of the machine, we have another 24 by 24 by 24 aluminum toolbox, outrigger pad storage, and of course are your outrigger hand valves. And then in this toolbox compartment, we have our hydraulic valves. So here's your boom valve, concrete pump agitator valve, e-stop with stroke limiter, and there's your high pressure filter. And like with all Schwings, you can run them manually from these stations. Next toolbox, we have our vector controller. That of course provides operational field feedback, has some diagnostic tools, and that will also show you your fault warnings. This is what we call our option box. So that's where you turn on your work lights and you turn on your air cuff option if installed. And then up front here, a little manual greasing station. So again, this is the Schwing S38 SXG. So that's S2000 pipeline, boom and deck, 2023-5 pump kit, and no easy system. So if you want to learn more, please just go to schwing.com. Thank you.